Hello! Welcome to part 1 of the multiplayer videos. Chadgehog in part 2. Nearly done, alright. But it is not done, that's the sad fact. So, I'm moving the multiplayer up ahead of it. So yeah, this is post-commentary. I'm removing load times, so yay. And I have another person here, don't I?
Hello.
No, you say yes.
Yes.
Alright. Handicap and time limit off. They're pesky things that get in the way. Alright, so the plan here is we do 3 action stage races, then we do 3 hunting stages, then we do 4 shooting battles, because I think the level 1 is worth showing, and we do 3 races, kart races. This is so that we can show off every character in the usual modes, and every alternate kart in the kart racing mode. So, action races first, the best part of the game, if I do say so myself. Do you agree?
And let me have a think. No.
Is this because I beat you?
I'm not gonna say.
Alright. There's nothing really to talk about in this one because this is Sonic versus Shadow at White Jungle. I hit him with a spin dash at the start. You saw this in the preview. There's nothing really to speak about here. I spoke about it all in the preview, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So yeah. So instead, let's discuss the characters. How do you think they control?
Just about as the same as each other, anyway. So,
yeah, that's the point. That's what I like about Adventure 2's multiplayer as well. Sonic and Shadow control the same. Amy controls differently though, and Metal Sonic controls differently. So yeah, time stop.
No.
So yeah, that's something I like about them. Yeah. Every single character feels unique, apart from the 2 main heroes, which allows you to have an even match, and this is you starting to be a dick. That's the main tactic that this guy decides to employ. Knock him off the edge so that it's an easy way to get him behind me. Isn't that your main tactic? It doesn't help you because I'm better at catching up. But yeah.
Yeah, getting that checkpoint cost me the lead.
No, it didn't. But yeah, it did. You went back for the checkpoint. Sorry. I know nothing. Right. So as it is right now. Okay, so. Yeah, I like how Metal Sonic controls very differently and Amy controls very differently. I like how they've got unique characteristics. So yeah. Sonic and Shadow being equally matched as well is another thing I really like, because it allows you to have a nice mirror match as well. You don't have. It's not always that you have to be a character who's better than the other. Sometimes you can have a mirror match. So yeah. I will say I prefer Sonic over Shadow though, purely because I prefer Sonic's character though. Well done.
Bit of an iffy moment there.
I want to explain. He let go of the control stick. Alright? He let go of the control stick and Shadow was still trying to climb up. Which doesn't make sense. But yeah. Alright. That's how the alternate costume for Shadow and Sonic look. I don't particularly like the look of them. They look like placeholder things. They don't look like actual unlockables.
What are placeholder things anyway?
Stuff that holds the place until you make a final product.
Right. Okay, stupid.
Now, could you please confirm for me that you did not ask that question?
Confirmed.
I don't believe you. Okay.
Stupid question anyway.
So that was ingenious of you. It's not Skyrail. I like Skyrail. Not as much as other levels though. Skyrail's one of my least favourite levels actually in terms of the action stages, and yet I still like it. There's not really an action stage that I outright hate in this game.
So
yeah. What about yourself? Any stages that you particularly like, or any stages you can't stand?
I can't stand Skyrail as well.
I didn't say I can't stand
Right.
Skyrail. Were you listening to what I said?
Right.
I said Skyrail is my least favourite stage,
Right.
but it's not. But I still like it. Final Chase probably
yeah,
actually I hate
yeah,
more than
Sky-
I don't like.
Yeah.
I like less than it, but I still like Final Chase as well.
But yeah, Skyrail is my least favourite, and my absolute favourite is City Escape.
Okay, reasoning. You know why I like Final Rush.
Right.
I don't need to
Yeah.
explain Final Rush. If you want to know why I like Final Rush, just go to, I think it's, part 4 of the hero story. I gush over its open world design. So yeah.
Right.
City Escape.
Right. City Escape.
Speaking of Final Rush.
Anyway, City Escape is my absolute favourite. Is because I like the action in the in that particular level, and it's more fun to go around in.
Moving around at the speed of sound. I don't generally like songs with lyrics, but City Escape's theme has a nice little place in my heart. I like City Escape's theme. Although I will say, the Sonic Adventure 2 version is pretty good. Generations versions, however, walk all over it.
Right.
There is not a better version of the song than the modern one, in my opinion. I like the modern version a lot. And yes, that means I like... I like the classic one as well, but the modern one just screams awesome to me. So yeah. Probably because it's actually got new lyrics on it as well.
Right.
I would have loved to see Final Rush though. Final Rush would have been brilliant to
Right,
see in
time stop.
Generations. You're a bit late there, mate.
Ah, sorry.
Do speed up. I think Amy just giggles when she uses that though, because they don't actually, I think, record new lines. Okay, watch his masterstroke of genius. I die, he gets a checkpoint,
And then
allowing me to overtake him.
right.
You're not very
Yes.
clever here, are you?
That was a bit of a stupid move.
But yeah, I like how the characters control. I like how the stages are designed. I like the themes.
Right.
But there is one thing that I will say is a bit off-putting for me in most of the levels. Not majorly. I love these levels anyway. But let's put it this way: Final Rush is my favourite level in the game for a reason.
Right.
All of the other levels have this set path from A to B that you have to follow. Final Rush doesn't. Well, Final Rush kind of does in some areas, but there's a lot of spots where there's more than one way to go. And that's why I really like Final Rush. It's got multiple paths, it's got an open world like design. You see it right from the start.
Right.
That opening grind rail,
Yes.
there's 3 paths you can take off of it. And a lot
Right.
of those, and when you're running through the thing, you don't even need to take the rails. You can just jump across the platforms if you're Sonic or Shadow or Metal Sonic. Amy's jump isn't good enough to do that, but whatever.
Right.
A lot of people like playing as Amy solely because, in the 2-player mode, a lot of people like playing as Amy because Amy gets special attacks every 10 rings, right? So it allows them to pepper their opponent with special attacks and not let them get a word in. I like Amy because she's actually the least capable athletically. Sonic and
Right.
Shadow, they've got pretty good speed, pretty good jump height, and they've got the spin dash.
Right.
Metal Sonic has easily the best jump height and easily the greatest top speed. His acceleration's not shit either, which is usually a side effect of that, and he's got the black shield. Amy's got nothing. Amy's got just about nothing, and Amy's got the classic jump sound effect as well. I will admit there's a silly little charm in having the jump sound effect. Alright, the reason I jumped off the platform is because I was on a rail. I'm a bit panicky whenever I'm over a bottomless pit at this point because this guy always seems to manage to use Sonic Wind when I'm over it. But I will say, this sequence right here is my favourite part of doing this level right now. I'm behind you.
Right.
If you see me play a racing game ever, anyone who's played a racing game with me probably knows that the lead is nice and all, but I love fighting my way through the pack. It's a lot more fun to fight my way through the pack than it is to just maintain a healthy lead, in my opinion. Because a healthy lead, all you're doing is moving forwards. There's nothing to aim for.
Right.
And there's no thrill from it either. Like here, look. You wouldn't have that thrill if I wouldn't have had that if I were in the lead. I see my opposition grinding past me. I see my opposition grinding past me. Homing attack. End up on the rail. Alright, question.
Right.
How did you miss that rail? It's been bugging
no
me. I've
idea.
looked at this footage a couple of times, right? I cannot for the life of me figure out how you missed that rail.
I honestly have no idea myself.
Well, the thing is, you just need to hold B and you'll fly off into that rail. You don't need any directional input. And somehow you missed it. How? It's annoying. Something else I like about Amy, playing as Amy. It feels like you're playing as Amy, despite the fact that this isn't traditionally how Amy sort of plays, because, well, she has her hammer for one thing, but the classic jump sound effect is brilliant to hear, even if Amy's never really had it. And, the attacks just suit her. Storming Heart. Amy Flash. No, not that kind of Flash. It's brilliant. I like playing as Amy. I like playing as Metal Sonic. I like playing as Sonic. I like playing as Shadow. I like all of those characters. It's a shame you can't play as a Chow in the action stages. Alright, the hunting stages. Technically you can play as a Chow here.
Really?
Yeah. Chaos is a Chow.
And nobody, I think, knew that.
No, people know it.
Nobody.
People know it. But yeah, Chaos is a Chow. So, this is part of the reason I've been cutting out a lot of going back to the menu. Because this guy takes forever to pick his character.
Right. I wanted to be Knuckles.
Well, then you should have said. You never actually said you wanted to be Knuckles. All you said was, I don't want to be Rouge. But yeah, I don't like that we got this level. I don't mind this level. Well, in multiplayer anyway. But yeah, I don't mind this level. But we get Death Chamber as our level 4, right?
Right.
So it just feels a bit. This level looks pathetic in comparison to Death Chamber. So yeah, I would rather have gotten Mad Space, despite how badly that went in the Let's Play.
Right.
10 bloody minutes.
Right. And I'm being stupid here and going for the view screens here and giving you the advantage as well.
Yeah, he's not very good at that. You'll see the worst of it in the later in the level 4 thing. This first emerald takes ages to find, right? I've not been looking at the hints we've gotten so far. What were the hints?
Well, I think it was under the green flame.
Under the green flame, which doesn't work.
X-Snake chamber.
So it must be the next hint.
And under the hieroglyphics.
Under the hieroglyphics, yeah. Under the hieroglyphics, right? One of the hints is under the hieroglyphics, right? And we do come across a hieroglyphic which has our radar beeping off at red. You'll see it in a moment, right? Also, I don't see how it's over a green flame, but whatever. Right over there is a hieroglyphic. Now it's said behind it, so naturally both of us assume that we have to dig into it, because behind it implies that we have to do that, right? Any time now. Any chance we could get our emerald shard now? We are digging into the
Yeah.
hieroglyph. Come on.
And
I put a
nothing.
skull up there.
right, and I found a shield there.
Right, come on. Let's get it.
And,
I decide
and
just to go in the room and check, because if it's up there, Michael's probably going to find it
Right.
soon.
right.
That's what it
Phantom
meant.
Rains.
That's what it meant by behind the hieroglyph. That's what it meant. That's
Right.
stupid. Behind it,
Right.
if you're digging, implies that you have to dig into the wall. As it turns out, we actually had to go into the next room and look actually behind the wall. I admit that the hint is probably correct in what it's trying to say, but it's still... I don't like how cryptic the hints are. That had an obvious meaning that turned out not to be the meaning it was looking for. Heh. Knuckles kills Omachow. Headshot with the shovel claw. Right. Meet your herd. I like Meet Your Herd. Yeah, there. Knuckles' costume I don't really like either. Knuckles' costume looks like a nice little placeholder for a better costume eventually as well. Rouge's doesn't have that feel, but I also don't like Rouge's for a different reason. Alright, hunting stages. What do you think about the hunting stages?
Not as good as the action stages, I would say,
Alright.
because I do prefer the action rather
I
than
panicked
hunt.
here. I was climbing up to go and glide around looking for the emerald shard, because that's my usual tactic, go out in space first. But you got a radar signal, so I
Right,
immediately panicked and came back down.
And I went all the way there, and I lost the signal.
Well done. You didn't lose the
Right.
signal, I grabbed the emerald shard. Alright,
Right.
so, yeah, stages, come on.
I prefer the action rather than the hunting one.
Okay, so do most people. That's not really what I asked you, though. What do you think of them on their own?
Probably the hardest, I think. And
Is
I
it
do
a
think
good
it's the hardest.
difficult? Is it a good kind of hard or a bad kind of hard?
50-50, I think.
Explain 50-50.
Well, good meaning that you get to go around and you just
That's not what I mean by
freely-
hard. That's not hard.
What?
That's free roam, which
Oh,
is
good,
what I like
good
about
hard,
it.
good hard meaning that all the shards are hidden, and bad hard meaning that you would have to just go around.
I don't think you understand the concept of hard. How difficult
Right.
is it to find the shards is what I was
Well,
asking.
very. It's very hard to find them even without the hints.
I give
think.
up. Alright, I like these levels because they're big, open space. The arc levels especially. Yes, Mad Space. I know it went badly in the Let's Play. I still like that level. Mad Space, and Meet Your Herd, and Death Chamber for that matter, are big, wide open levels with a lot of areas to explore. And the hunting characters have the tools to explore it. The glide gets you a lot of distance across places without you really losing altitude that heavily. For one, this is a nice steady glide that I love. Even though Rouge should be flying. Yeah, big open levels, and we have the tools to explore them. So I love the levels for that reason. But I will say, finding the emerald shards is a little bit annoying to do. Not because of the levels, they're hidden nicely, but because of the radar system.
Right.
You can only pick up one emerald piece at a time, and that's crap.
Right.
Utter crap. You've played Sonic
Right.
Adventure, right?
Yes.
Have you played Knuckles' levels in it?
A fair few.
How many pieces of the radar went off at once?
Probably two, I
Wrong.
think. All three.
Yes. All
Right.
three go off. You can find any emerald piece as you will detect an emerald piece when you walk past it, regardless of whether it's the first one or the second one or the third one in the order. Sonic Adventure 2 for some reason went backwards on that. It's aggravating. But hey.
Right.
Chaos. I like playing as Chaos Zero. Chaos Zero is my favourite form of chaos.
Right.
Luke, ghosts. Your
Oh,
favourite.
oh God.
You like ghosts, don't you?
No. Not these ghosts.
Yeah, if you put a ghost in front of Michael, he'll scream. He doesn't like ghosts. They're really, they really scare him. I still think that you would run for the hills if Casper came in to say
No,
hello.
I wouldn't. I would run for the hills if any of the ghosts from Sonic came up there, because they have weird faces.
You would run for the hills.
No, I
if
wouldn't.
Casper said hello.
I wouldn't. Anyway, can we get back to this now?
Alright. Look, bats. Oh, look. A bat on that other screen. Oh, wait. There's bats that the Chow can take in as well. Bats everywhere. Sonic Adventure 2 has 3 different kinds of bats. How does that even work? And don't give me it's a video game, because this is a point where I will not forgive it for being a video game. Alright, I wonder, how come Chaos can climb? How come Chaos can glide? Yeah, how come Chaos can glide? That doesn't make sense. He's a puddle of water.
Right. Yeah.
You should just fall right down. Although I do like that they remembered he's a puddle of water, because if Chaos goes in the water, he will not drown.
Right.
Rouge will drown. Knuckles will drown unless he brings a fancy necklace.
Sonic will drown.
Sonic dies instantly if he goes underwater in this game. In fact, Sonic can just touch the water and he will go. Ugh! I loved when underwater levels returned in Sonic Colors. Or Unleashed, I don't remember which one it was, but regardless, I liked them. And Colors leaves the better impact because Sonic had an infinite double jump in the water.
Right.
Do you know what that means?
Not on the top of my head.
An infinite double jump, right? He could ascend in the water.
Yeah.
Sonic could swim.
Sonic could swim? But he's supposed to be scared of water.
No, I don't think Sonic's scared of water anymore. I don't think Sonic's ever really been scared of water. He just can't swim. I don't know why that is. Why can't Sonic swim again? I think it's because the guy made the mistake that he thought hedgehogs couldn't swim. Yeah, I like these levels. I like these levels. I like these characters, and again, I like how the unlockable characters are a throwback to a past game, Chaos and Tikal being Sonic Adventure. So yeah, now he uses the Emerald Shards as a pair of eyes.
Right.
Wonderfully done, Chaos. Alright. That was the action stages and the hunting stages. And because you like to keep score, I'll keep score. 6-0.
That will change.
Yeah, it will. I'll get more points. So we'll have part 2 in a moment. Yeah, in a moment. We're recording these back to back. So yeah. See you in part 2.